And we're back inside of the beautiful Calabasas High School. This is Strive for Greatness 17s versus Jalen Green Elite 17s. I'm Justin Brantley alongside Harrison Sanford. Harrison Sanford's going to be doing our play-by-play here today. I'll be giving you color. We're going through our starting lineups now. We're getting our rosters. There's an addition to Strive for Greatness. I don't see him. I see him on the roster now. Steven Solano, he plays with Donda Academy. So excited to see what he brings to the table, what components he brings as a big. He has a different feel, a different touch. Okay, there he is. There's Steven. I see him on the floor now. So let's see how that works. It looks like maybe Jazeer is not playing. I have not seen him as of yet. But yeah, we're excited for another high-level elite matchup. Jalen Green Elite versus Strive for Greatness. This is Strive for Greatness's fourth game of the weekend. There's Jazeer. Oh, okay. All right, their fourth game of the weekend. They're 2-1, looking to close out on a high note before heading to EYBL next weekend in Orlando.
Welcome, guys. Harrison Sanford here, as Justin pointed out. Excited very much so, Justin, to watch Bronny and the Strive for Greatness team get another win. Yesterday, we saw Bronny have two spectacular games, averaged 23.5 through two games, went 8 of 13 from the three-point line out here at Calabasas High School. As Justin pointed out, last warm-up before EYBL season starts for the Strive for Greatness program. The last AAU season for Bronny James Jr. and here in Calabasas High School. Everybody's getting ready to see him get to work and see what he can do in this final game. Only the member of the James family actually played today, or at least the older James is not playing at Crypto.com Arena. So if you want to see a member of the family, you got to be here tuned in to SUV TV.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Starting lineups here for Strive for Greatness, as you're going to see right now. We got Bronny James Jr. starting for Strive for Greatness, as well as Javante Taylor, the 6'7" wing out of Donda Academy. Jazeer Jackson at 7 feet starting as well. Number 34, you'll see him. Mike Price starting as well at the guard position for Strive for Greatness out of Sierra Canyon. And Andrew Meadows, the 6'7" wing out of West Ranch High School, who was on point yesterday starting for Strive for Greatness. Jalen Green Elite starting A.J. Johnson, Keon Kenzie, Prince Osea, B.J. Davis, and Derek Sangster, the wing out of Archbishop Mitty High School. Archbishop Mitty, also the same place that Aaron Gordon went to high school as well. Justin, last time we're going to see Strive for Greatness play here this weekend, what are you looking forward to seeing compared to what you saw yesterday?
You know, I'm just looking to see them continue the production of yesterday. I want to see them continue to make strides, continue to play connected, play together as a unit, headed into EYBL, where every game's going to count. You know, continue to get some of the dust off, you know, get used to playing alongside some of these guys. Steven Solano being added to the mix, how does that impact it? On the other end, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing A.J. Johnson. I've watched a lot of film on him. This is my first time seeing him live, so looking forward to that. Also, Derek Sangster, you know, he is a problem. He's a bucket getter. He plays hard. Understanding and knowing, you know, both of these coaching staffs pretty well. Coach Joey Fuqua was at Prolific Prep. I played and coached against him quite a bit when I was at Spire, so I know what type of atmosphere and energy he's going to bring to the table. So just looking for a good game of basketball.
Let's get right to it. Jump ball about to happen. Strive for Greatness in the white. Jalen Green Elite in the black. Tip ball. Let's get it started. And Strive for Greatness is going to get the ball to start the game. Bronny out there with Price going to be the backcourt for Strive for Greatness.
And I want to see Bronny be aggressive again. Yesterday he was extremely aggressive, and that was the difference maker for them as a team.
Got a foul here early. Jalen Green Elite going to get the ball.
Illegal screen, offensive foul. Jazeer Jackson.
Jackson called for the foul there on the illegal screen. That's going to be one foul. Something to watch out for At least they do have Steven Solano coming off the bench. They also have Isaiah Himes as well, another backup big, just in case he does get in foul trouble here. Price playing defense. Jalen Green Elite with the ball. Just getting started here at Calabasas High School. 3 goes up, 3 goes down. B.J. Davis.
Yeah, he wasted no time, wasted no effort, no momentum. As soon as he touched that ball, he let it go. That's exactly what's supposed to happen, make or miss. On the wing, when you catch and you're that open, you're supposed to take that shot.
Meadows with the rock. Hands it off to James. James using the screen to the basket. Corner pocket 3. Count it. Mike Price. Mike Price with the corner 3. 3-3 all, 7 minutes left here. Calabasas High School. B.J. Davis with the rock again. No foul. Goes up anyway. Prince Osea misses it. Rebound. Strive for greatness. Taylor with the rock. Out to Price. Settles it. Tries to get into the paint. Meadows. Pump fake it. Reset. Ooh. Steal. Dunk. James Walt loses control of the ball. Kayon Kenzie with the jam. Price to the lane. Misses. Jalen Green Elite running. Foul on James.
Here we're going to get another look. Attacking downhill. And actually, that's a clip from our previous game. It's my favorite big man. They know I love him so much. They showed it to me again. Pharaoh Compton. He probably should be playing out here with the 17s. He's that good.
5-3, Jalen Green Elite. 6-12 on the clock. Just getting started here at Calabasas High School. The battle going down as we get ready to kick off the AAU season. A.J. Johnson kicks it out. Davis again. One wing 3, another wing 3 for B.J. Davis. 6 points here early for the sharpshooter. Jackson tries to show off the range. Doesn't make it. Rebound. Jalen Green Elite. Pushes the rock. To the lane. Loses it. Kick out. Knockdown. No good. Front rim. Taylor with the rebound. Who wants it? Taylor got it. Jackson. Price. Pull up. Oh, faked it. To the lane. Drop off. Jackson with the finish.
Yeah, you're not stopping him. Once he gets in that deep, there's nothing you can do.
(8-5) Jalen Green Elite here early at Calabasas High School. We're going to get another illegal screen here on the pop-out attempt on 3. Here you go, Price, one more time. What you see here, Justin?
Price attacking down low. He had the trailer, Jazier Jackson, gave him the ball in a position. Actually, he probably could have threw that up a little bit higher, but no bounce passes to the bigs, which is something that we saw. They struggled with a little bit yesterday. That entry pass, they got it to him right where he needed it, and he was able to finish it at the rim. That was a great possession.
Price going to get the ball in the inbound. We get a foul here in the backcourt. A.J. Johnson applying the defense here. Run it back. A.J. Johnson picking up the foul here. Price going to bring up the ball. Price hezzy into the lane. 1-2. Meadows corner pocket. Knocked down.
And that's fundamentally sound basketball. That's exactly what you want to happen. The guard gets 2 feet in the paint, breaks down the defense. Defense collapses, drive and kick. Can't draw it up any better than that.
Johnson loses it. Can't capitalize. Shot for greatness. Rebound. Is that a foul? Is that a travel? It's going to be a travel on Jalen Green Elite. Sub as Isaiah Chappell going to check into the game here for Jalen Green Elite. We're also going to get another sub here. Tyler Harris going to check into the game, taking out Derek Sangster. 8-all here at Calabasas High School. Johnson with the rock. Hop step it, lay it, can't finish. Rebound, somebody get it. Corner pocket three, up, out. Rebound, can't finish, foul.
Yeah, they have to box out and not allow second chance opportunities. There was 3 opportunities on this offensive possession for Jalen Green Elite.
First free throw rolls in there for Isaiah Chappelle. Front rim's the second one. Javante, some call him J.J. Taylor with the rock here, getting pressured up the court. Good pressure here by Kenzie. Corner pocket three. Armand Mahdi. Johnson brings up the rock. Pressured here by Batea. Johnson getting pressure. Travel.
Great defensive ball pressure and rotation by Strive for Greatness. They're turning up their defensive pressure. They're attacking the ball. They're forcing the turnover in that situation. That's when they play best, when their defensive intensity is high.
30-second timeout here. Strive for Greatness up 11-9 as we get started here for the real kickoff of the AAU season. Bronny James Jr. Strive for Greatness taking on Jalen Green Elite. Cool thing about this tournament that we have going on here, Justin, you can see a lot of cross-brand action. We saw Friday night, Strive for Greatness taking on the Compton Magic team out at Linwood High School. Fantastic game, if I might say so myself. But I love what we're seeing here, brands going against each other. Doesn't really matter what you're repping. And we're back here at Calabasas High School. Taking on Jalen Green Elite. I'm Harrison Samuels, rocking with Justin Bridges and Mark Edwards. Trying to beat this. Jalen Green Elite taking on each other. 11-9 in favor of the quote-unquote home team. Mahdi with the ball. Finds Taylor corner pocket. Corner three, no good. Johnson with the rock. Into the paint, 1-2. That's a finish.
And that's what happens when you allow a point guard to get down into the lane, get that deep. Welcome to the broadcast, Mark. Mark, welcome to the broadcast. Appreciate you having you with us today. I mean, this is an all-star crew. I've got my buddy Harrison. I've got Mark Edwards, the one and only Mark Edwards.
I'm a guest, man. I'm a guest.
Well,
this is another outstanding game. It's looking like.
Yeah. Just getting started. Still early. Both teams are still feeling each other out, but you have a lot of high-level players on both sides.
A whole bunch of talent that we're seeing here from both sides. As you pointed out, Justin, 11-all right here at Calabasas High School. Handoff, top of the key three, counted.
Murphy for three.
3-point lead. Jalen Green Elite. Bronny, top of the key. He takes it. Misses it. Steve Solano with the rebound. Strive for Greatness with possession.
That was a big-time three-pointer there. They needed that.
Gavin Murphy looks locked in. Look at him. Ready to pressure. Looks like Mike Price trying to get the inbound here. Came into the game, hit a three, looking to apply some defense as well. Price pull up, misses, rebound. Jalen Green the lead. Who gets it? Into the lane. No finish, no rebound. Maybe so. Foul.
Too many second chance opportunities.
What we're seeing here, as you pointed out, Justin, a lot of ball pressure here. Unsettled shots for the Strive for Greatness on a couple of possessions that we're seeing. Harris, we're going to shoot the free throw. Steve Solano picks up the foul. First one, count it. Checking back into the game is B.J. Davis. Hit 2 threes early to start. Both sides of the wing. Second one misses. Solano rebound. Price getting pressured by Murphy. Murphy on him. Price, lane. Finish it. Foul before the shot.
Yeah, I think, I was taught at an early age not to play with my food. I think Mike Price has to put his head down and get to the basket. 1-2 dribbles, he can't dance with the ball. If the guy can't guard you, he can't guard you. Attack downhill, get past him.
Ball pressure again. Pressure three. Price misses. Jalen Green the lead. Down to the baseline. Pops it, misses it. Rebound. Bronny. Full court. Lay him. Oh, yes. Davis with the rock. Pressured. Gives it up. Swing, swing. Into the paint. Lay. When you beat that trap, Justin, you got an advantage for sure, and you saw that on that possession.
Well, it's just not necessarily beating the trap, it's just moving the basketball. The ball moves faster than the man. Moving the basketball, you're going to be in a position to make something happen.
Hooks coming off the bench today with the rock. Drop down. Solano can't hold on. Hooks gets it back. Drop down again. Out of bounds. Jalen Green ball.
Offense out of bounds. Black ball.
17-13. Jalen Green the lead. Just under 50 seconds left here. Calabasas High School with the 4-point lead. A.J. Johnson, B.J. Davis in the backcourt. Looking to put some more points on the board here. Bronny with the defense. Drops it off to Johnson. Hezzy. 1-2. Reset. Price on him. Johnson misses. Bronny with the rebound. Full court again. Hesitation into the paint. And the foul, no good on the ground.
They're going to call him on the floor, but it's just a different flow of the basketball game when Bronny is aggressive and attacking downhill. You see a difference, and it was one dribble, and he got to the basket. He's not playing around with the ball. It just is another level of playing fundamentally sound basketball.
Jackson in the post. 1-2. Gets fouled again. It's going to be time to shoot some free throws here. The way this game is going on.
What I would like to see from Jazier is to keep that ball eye level when he makes that spin versus bringing it down. He had that ball down where they can swipe away at it. Luckily, he got the call there, but if he didn't get the call, you're not in a positive position to make anything happen because you got to bring it back up. Keep it high.
Taylor with the rebound, going to get it to Jackson. Jackson going to hand it off to Bronny. Ball pressure again. Price looks at the clock. Johnson with the defense. Into the paint, spin it. Lay him, no fair. 17-13. Jalen Green elite with a 4-point lead at the end of the first quarter here at Calabasas High School. The battle official, Harrison Sanford, Justin Brantley, Mark Edwards here on SUV TV.
When you don't feel like working and you still got to go to work, that's the grind. And that's what you have to do sometimes.
When you choose to put in the work and embrace the journey, success has no choice but to find you.
Buzz, come here. I want to see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. with the varsity.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, you made it.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.
Don't worry, Ma. We'll be there soon.
We? Is this the one?
Well, let's say I found the one who takes me to another level. Always stays calm under pressure. Most importantly, the one that helps me discover the coolest places.
This sounds wonderful.
Come outside, I'll introduce you.
They're here.
Definitely the one.
Introducing the all-new Nissan Frontier.
Strive for greatness. Jalen Green Elite, some of the top players in the country going head-to-head. And you saw just one of them, B.J. Davis, pull-up jumper.
Nice
As
move.
Jalen Green Elite takes a 19-13 lead. First quarter impressions, Justin?
You know, I think both these teams are still feeling themselves out, trying to figure out exactly how to attack the defense. This is different. This is more reminiscent of game 1 than of games 2 and 3 for Strive for Greatness. It's a higher level basketball game.
Very aggressive.
So that's really the difference. A.J. Johnson downhill off the glass.
Ooh, and one.
AJ being slight of build, he's got to avoid contact as much as possible and get into the defender and make long plays. He got long arms, long-limbed kid. He's got to stay away from that contact and just try to use his finesse and make some some really skilled plays. And he did just there.
Here we're gonna get a look at it. He understood that he had the advantage, leaned his body forward, and finished at the basket.
Bronny going to throw it into Jackson. Can't get it in. Oh, he has it. Corner, 3. J.J. Taylor misses. Rebound, Davis. Guarded by Bronny. 1-2. Into the paint. Got the big man on him. Bronny recovers. 1-2. Gives it off to Davis. Goes up. Doesn't go down. Jackson rebound. Meadows. Spin move. Good D. Gets blocked. Gets it back. Goes up. Can't finish. Rebound. Opportunity to break here for Johnson. Defense resets. Pull up. No good. But offensive rebounds again, as you were mentioning, Justin. Another opportunity for Jalen Green Elite. They'll take the timeout here.
Yeah, and I think
an 8-point lead.
I think that timeout was to tell them that we're up 8. We need to keep our foot on the gas. There's no reason for us to be shooting contested threes. Let's work through our offense. Let's run something. Let's get into a set. Let's work through the shot clock. Take advantage of the fact that we are ahead. Missing threes opens up to long rebounds, which opens up to transition, which helps a team like Strive for Greatness. One good transition play can be the momentum that can excel them into getting into a run and being able to claw back away. So I'm sure Joey Fuka is talking to his team about that right now.
Yeah, some more paint touches are definitely needed and some better decisions. I'm not seeing these guys advance the ball, passing ahead and so forth. That's what we talked about in previous games. How effective it is when you pass the ball ahead and put a little more pressure on the defense, having to make mistakes. So pass it ahead, you can cut back around for a dribble handoff or a pitch for a jump shot. Let's make some quick decisions when we make these plays.
Absolutely.
21-13. Jalen Green Elite. We're back from timeout right here on SUV TV. Jalen Green Elite going to inbound the ball here. Davis to Sangster, outside. Counted. Isaiah Chappelle. 2-point basket. Take one step back. That could have been a 3. Ball pressure here from Davis. Draws a foul.
Dylan Matoya looked like he might have had an over and back situation there, but he was able to advance it and draw the foul. That's going to send him to the free throw line, shooting a 1-and-1.
Matea, one of many players from Sierra Canyon on this Strive for Greatness team. Mark, when you have so many guys who are familiar with each other playing on an AAU team, what can that do? Because you know how the AAU landscape could be different. You have so many guys from so many different places. There's some continuity that these Strive for Greatness players have.
Definitely. They have some chemistry. You know, the only thing you hope is that, you know, the guys aren't burnt out from playing with each other. You know what I'm saying? So there's always a pro and a con. It just depends on, you know, how the coaching staff is able to, you know, help them build team chemistry, you know, a different chemistry, because you don't just have players that you play with all season long, but you have new guys that are coming in. So you might be, well, we got to get used to these new guys, or the new guys get used to us. So it's all about what the coaching staff does to build their chemistry.
You made a great point there. And another point is people have to remember that grassroots basketball is not what it used to be. All these kids know each other. They've played with each other. They've played against each other, whether it be different all-star games, different camps, different. It's not like you're just inserting a new player that they've never seen before, never played with. They're familiar, and as long as there's familiarity, a relationship, a basketball player can play with whoever.
Yeah. Basketball is the great equalizer. You know what I'm saying? It's that thing that brings these kids together as far as race, color, creed, and so forth. So, you know, I mean, it's definitely helped me in my life. I don't know where I'd be without it.
It's a universal language. Wherever you go, man-to-man defense is going to be man-to-man defense. 2-3 zones going to look the same in every different language.
10-point game. J.J. Taylor, one of those newer players for Strive for Greatness, passes it off. Matea to Meadows. Gets it back. 10-point game. Strive for Greatness trailing. Getting ball pressure. And we're going to get a travel, another turnover, another faulty possession, thanks to the ball pressure there from Jalen Green Elite. Can't get settled there for Strive for Greatness.
I'm impressed. That's the one thing that I've been talking about for the past couple of days, is not seeing good team defensive rotation. And what I saw right there was perfect. Perfect rotation defensively, causing that travel.
Johnson denies the screen, uses it, goes left, can't handle it.
Right now,
AJ's
AJ's playing too tall. He's playing too high, and he's being bumped off the ball. That's what happens when you play too high. He's got to get low and attack.
Yep, and especially when you're tall and lean, when you play so high, you can, like you said, your center of gravity. You have to have a low center of gravity. You're going to get knocked around, moved around. You can't get to your spot. So great point.
Price going to get to the free throw line here, shooting. We're going to get a sub here. Johnson's going to get subbed out. Third personal on A.J. Johnson. Could be pivotal. You might see him not play for the remainder of this first half. As Gavin Murphy, number 14, checks in for Jalen Green Elite in the black. Might see some more offense now from a guy that you were looking forward to seeing here, Justin, and Derek Sangster now with Johnson going to the bench.
Yeah, if this gap closes, you'll see him get up off that bench pretty soon.
New point guard, Christian Holmes out there for Jalen Green Elite. Another ball handler with Johnson on the bench. To the rack. Finishes Tyler Harris with the bucket.
I like him. I like him. He doesn't settle.
Price with the rock. Reset into the paint. Does not finish. You'll see, for what it's worth, guys, Price is getting hit 2 feet in the paint a lot. He might have taken some early shots in the shot clock, but he's getting in there for sure. Look at it, reset and gets in 2 feet, just got to finish it.
Yeah, he's getting in the paint. My issue right now is just too many dribbles.
Yeah.
Way too many dribbles. You
can't
get a flow of an offense if you're dribbling the basketball that much. Your offense just is standing around watching.
Yeah, if he's going to dribble that much, he's got to utilize some screens and make some real determinate movements, you know. Make that one dribble drive, you know, one dribble, you know, get 2 feet in the paint, kick to the wing, like that.
Murphy, knocked
That's
down.
what I like.
Count it.
I've been asking for that all weekend. I've been asking for that.
Yep.
Shot fake, one dribble jump shot.
And he gets a steal. He's here to play.
Oh, yeah.
He's here to play, and he's going to ball pressure again. Oh, he wants it.
Oh, yeah.
He's lit. 30-15, Jalen Green Elite. Strive for Greatness got to call a timeout.
Oh, Jalen Green Elite, they travel nice, too. They got a little fan club with them, you know what I'm saying? A little cheering section.
Pump fake sidestep. 3, then the steal on the inbound. Yeah, that's going to make you call a timeout. Might make you run some suicides after the game, too.
The better AAU programs have done that. High school coaches, hey, you guys play bad. We going to the parking lot. We going to run. I've seen teams practice. I've had my teams practice after a bad game. So
I've seen Julius V do it. He's here in attendance right now. I've seen him do that.
That's my bro right there, an elite coach and trainer.
Justin, you were mentioning this a bit earlier. Similar to Game 1 that Strive for Greatness played in this tournament when they played against Compton Magic. I know you were there, Mark. What did you see in that game, Strive for Greatness, Compton Magic?
It was very physical, and I mean, I think it might have been like maybe the first game for each team, each program, and there was a lot of early jitters. You know, they had a Solo Bailey. You know, he didn't have any jitters at all. He took off from day one, from first play. I mean, Strive for Greatness, they've got to figure out who's going to be their guy. You know what I'm saying? I think for me, I'd like to see their offense run through Bronny James and J.J. Taylor.
Correct.
You know, a lot more. I want to see that big man, you know, setting some high ball screens. That's where I feel he's most effective. When we're trying to post him up, I think that takes away from their offense a lot. So, I mean, Mike Price needs to play off the ball and just really just be that combo scorer. You know, that's what I want to see more of him.
Yeah, you know, I like Mike Price. I think he's a very good ball player. I think that when you have him running your offense, the ball sticks way too much.
Bronny to the inside, can't finish. Jackson too big, finishes.
And that's what we're talking about. I want to see the offense run through Bronny James on this team. I just think he makes more things happen, especially if he can get his jump shot going. It opens up lanes for everybody else.
Murphy, top of the key. Off to Holmes, uses the screen. Drop off, goes up, goes down.
So we talked about elite shooters. I'm seeing a lot more lifts, curls, pin downs.
Coaching matters. As my man Darnell Shepard loves to say, coaching matters.
Taylor can't hold on to it. Turnover. Jalen Green the lead in the fast break. Foul.
Should have gave that up.
Yep.
That's going to make it another foul there on Bronny James.
Coaching matters. Coaching matters. We're seeing a totally different style of play. We're seeing the ball move. This is two totally different programs.
Screens, opening up, movement without the basketball. I tell all of my wings, the screener's always going to be open.
Yes.
He set the screen with intention, opened up, and was ready for the shot, and knew he was going to get it.
Yes.
The pass was delivered to the shot pocket. He didn't waste any motion, knocked down the three. That's elite basketball.
Mark, you're in this traffic greatness huddle right now. What are you drawing up?
For who? Strive for Greatness?
Strive for Greatness.
Whew. I'm putting the ball in Bronny's hands. I'm putting the big man at the top. I'm going to either go flat or I'm going to go, ball screen with him going to his right, strong right, and see what he does. Get downhill, get into the paint, some driving kicks, something. You know what I'm saying? I like Bronny Hill going downhill. His athleticism, he doesn't waste a lot of movements, doesn't waste dribbles. He just gets to the point. I want their offense to run through him. That's what looked good yesterday, and I think it'll do the same thing today if possible.
I'm going to piggyback on that. Even when Bronny doesn't make the play himself, his aggressiveness, like you said, it constricts the defense, focus on him. It opens up the lane for offensive rebounds, putbacks. Just him being aggressive and being a downhill scorer makes everybody else play that much better.
2:20 on the clock. Jalen Green elite with the ball. Surviving, increased their lead actually with A.J. Johnson, one of their better players on the bench with 2 fouls. To the inside, rims out. Jackson rebound. Mahdi. Meadows. Back to Bronny. Jackson wants it. Jackson gets it. And he finishes? No, but he gets fouled.
The other thing I want to see is confidence from my shooters. If you're a shooter, I don't want to see you putting the ball on the floor. I want to see you catch and shoot. If you have to put the ball on the floor, you're putting it on the floor, getting it out of your hands, cutting and resetting. Set your feet, be ready to shoot. I think a lot of players have gotten into the mindset of I have to be more than just a shooter. I can't be just pigeonholed as a shooter, not realizing that shooters right now in the NBA are making $60, $70, and $80 million contracts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got to be able to play off the ball and on the ball, but mainly off the ball.
You've got enough people to dribble it.
Yes. That's where you're most valuable.
Yep.
Ooh. There goes Murphy again. He's catching and he's shooting with intention. Another one. That's 3 in the first half.
Oh, they're opening it up on him.
He's making you pay. 3 threes, steal, layup. He's doing all the things here off the bench here for Jalen Green. Bronny airballs it.
Got to be patient. Got to be patient. Just because there's pressure on
Murphy
you like
again.
that, got to be patient.
Swings it to the lane. Float game. No good. Front rim. Mahdi, rebound. No numbers. Off to Meadows. Can't handle it. Murphy, again. He's everywhere. Into the lane. Swing it. Knock down. Nope. Rebound. Another offensive rebound.
Yeah, make or miss him taking that shot is the right play, and it creates positive environment for his team. You have to shoot when you're
Pick and
open.
pop.
Murphy has come off the bench with the appropriate energy. Jackson with the rebound. Bronny, full court again. Meadows, corner. Oh, wait, he did not call
With the kiss.
No.
Off the glass.
Off the glass of the court?
As far as I'm
He
concerned,
called it. Looked like he called it.
as far as I'm concerned, he could have hit the side of the backboard and it wouldn't have made a difference to me. I'm happy that he did the right basketball play. He caught the ball and immediately let it go. That's what I want to see from these wings.
Yeah.
Get Bronny attacking down. He'll be ready and prepared to knock down the shot when he kicks it to you.
Meadows went 3 of 7 in the Strive for Greatness 2 games yesterday from 3, but that one, the best of them all. Price, top of the key.
So pay attention
15,
to how he's
down
defending
15.
him. He's
Murphy.
trying his best not to let him get into the middle. This is what we talked about. He's trying to keep him on one side of the court.
Price with the rock, 7 seconds left. 2 feet in the paint again. Meadows. Knock it down again, no glass.
And he didn't do a good job of it, and you see what happened?
He had to shoot that one. You hit glass from the corner and make it. You got to take the one that's relatively open from the wing. 36-24. Strive for Greatness down here at Calabasas High School. Jalen Green Elite with the lead. Harrison Sanford, Mark Edwards, Justin Brantley here on SUV TV. We'll be right back after halftime.
We get speed as the new currency of success.
Our team spends way too much time tending to outdated applications and software when they should be focused on driving application agility and innovation.
CDW Amplify Development Services modernizes software and application development to help accelerate innovation and digital transformation.
So you mean building new applications, UI, and mobile interfaces?
Well, you said you needed to innovate more quickly.
Oh, so he's a listener.
To do more at scale, trust CDW Amplify Development Services.
That's a pretty tight spot.
Watch this.
Of course your Buick parks itself. That's so you.
It's just up here on the right.
Of course you know where we're going. That's so you.
Kind of got a sixth sense.
And a head-up display.
They're here.
Hit the field, warm up. You brought all these players in your Buick?
Yeah.
So you.
It is.
There's a Buick that fits your life, because at the heart of every Buick SUV is you.
And tonight's winning numbers are 18, 55, 39, 71, and 43.
43?
Those numbers again.
We won!
Yes!
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
I'll hold on to that.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
The new GMC Sierra with hands-free driving offers the most advanced and luxurious pickup in its class. it rocks.
Time to call a credit repair company to fix my credit. Hold the phone, man. You can do it yourself with Credit Versio. That's way too hard. Call the credit repair company. Most credit repair companies only work on 1 or 2 accounts at a time, making it slow and expensive. You won't figure that out for months. Ignore him. Credit Versio's brilliant software scans all 3 credit bureaus, finds the accounts that are hurting your score, and guides you through the entire process. Anyone can do it. Let's fast forward and see the results. Wow, I fixed my own credit and saved hundreds. You can do this. Visit creditversio.com.
You want to go out, Walter? Let's go.
Pace yourself. Beside the crystal fountain. So come with me, we'll go and see.
That's incredible.
Oh yeah, it's a Chevy Silverado Trail Boss. This thing's built for off-roading right from the factory.
No, I meant the cat.
It's like nobody's seen a cat before.
The Chevy Silverado Trail Boss. Find new friends, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Social media doesn't really feel very social these days. Sure, we get to see our friends, but it's so much better to be with them. And even though we're more connected, we miss being together. Tap into what's happening right now and meet up with friends, old and new. With the only social network that's designed to get you offline and back into life. Swoop in. Let's hang.
It was always a tradition in the family to play saxophone. My mom was a saxophone player.
I started playing in the 7th grade. It makes me happy to know that he's following my footsteps. I'm really honored.
My mom was taking me on a college tour at Shaw University, and she's like, oh, look, DJ, that's the McDonald's I used to go to. This McDonald's is so important because it ended up being a place where our band members would go to get to know each other outside of the band room.
Oh, you, no! You!
It's definitely like our student union.
But with fries.
For our crew to go to that same McDonald's she went to, such a big deal for me. I wouldn't want it any other way.
You! Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never, ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
Don't worry, Ma. We'll be there soon.
We? Is this the one?
Well, let's say I found the one who takes me to another level. Always stays calm under pressure. Most importantly, the one that helps me discover the coolest places.
This sounds wonderful.
Come outside, I'll introduce you.
They're here.
Definitely the one.
Introducing the all-new Nissan Frontier.
And we're back. Calabasas High School. The battle and strive for greatness. The warm-up. Jalen Green Elite. 36-24 over Bronny James and the Strive for Greatness team. I'm Harrison Sanford, rocking with Justin Brantley and Mark Edwards right here on SUV TV. About to come here to see Bronny James, but we're seeing some great play here from BJ Davis and that guy, A.J. Johnson.
That's what I've been waiting for. I worked with AJ all last year, spring and summer, and that's one of the things we talked about, developing his jump shot, to an NBA range, and that's what he has. And if he plays the game simply, I think that's something that's going to really help him in the long run.
BJ Davis with the steal there on Bronny. Ball pressure was a theme in that first half, and also A.J. Johnson was as well. As you see him knock down that three here, Justin.
Yeah, AJ, we knew he was going to be a player. We knew he was going to have a major impact in this game. For me, the biggest differentiator is the complementary players. having Gavin Murphy come off the bench and play the way he has. And I have to stop my statement because there's Bronny being aggressive and explosive like we talked about.
Bronny.
Getting downhill. That's what they need. They need him attacking in order for them to have a chance in this ballgame. But back to the point that I was making, when you choose a hotel, a lot of times you're looking at the complimentary services, right? Like they're all going to have beds.
Mm-hmm.
They're all going to have TV, maybe some free cable, right? But you're going to say, okay, that one has a complimentary breakfast. I might go there. Gavin Murphy and some of these other bench players coming in and adding that extra touch is the difference right now between these two teams.
And we haven't even seen Sangster go off yet for Jalen Green Elite. He just gives off the ball to B.J. Davis. Guarded by Bronny. Bronny draws a foul. That's going to be number 3 on Bronny.
Third personal on Bronny James.
He's a solid defender. A little over-aggressive on that play. Don't take him out, Coach. Come on.
Matea's going to have to take out Bronny as he picks up his 3rd foul. Tough call there for Stratford Greatness. Bronny trying to set the tone defensively. Got to sit for a little bit at least. Davis with the rock. Matea is going to guard him for a little bit. Left hand dribble. Faked it. Fade away. Misses it all. Rebound. Sangster finishes.
These guys are really active on the boards, man. You got to love it. Winning basketball plays.
Just like we saw in that first half. Ball pressure is the theme of the game here for Jalen Green Elite on the defensive side of the ball.
Coach Joey Fuka off his feet.
Joey is a coach.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what coaching looks like.
Yep.
That's what coaching looks like.
Ball in the paint. Left hand. Oh, whoa. Rebound. Sangster.
50-50 ball.
Dime. Can't finish. Jackson with the block and the foul, though. Good pass there from Davis. Watch this one more time.
Ball moves faster than the man. I really like the unselfishness and the ability of Jalen Green Elite to share the basketball and find the open man.
Defensively, if he's in the middle, that play, there's not even a shot at getting that play. So I've been talking about it all weekend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Defensively, where guys need to be in the right spots. If you're in that spot, taking up that space, there's not even a chance to throw that pass. You know what I'm saying? So these kids learning proper defensive principles is so important at an early age. And that's what they're getting overseas. And that's why we need more programs that are developing kids, not just showcasing them and running them up and down the court. We need real development.
Turned out to be a good foul there from Jackson. He gets Prince will say it, a miss 2, but he has to sit on the bench now as well. He has 3 fouls. So we're going to get Isaiah Himes checking in for him. Mike Price to the hoop, can't finish. Again, Davis pushing it to the lane. Right hand to the left, can't finish. But his teammate helps him out. We're going to get another timeout here from Stratford Greatness.
This is a hard-playing Jalen Green Elite team right here. They're going to make some waves in the 3SSB this year.
Sangster with the finish there, 43-26. As you see, Jalen Green Elite, as you pointed out in that first half, Justin, they're crashing the offensive boards.
They had 3 guys on the boards just now. Like, that's what I'm talking about.
Listen, when I was growing up, they talked about gang culture in L.A. Today we're seeing gang rebounding. They're sending everybody to the glass, and if you go by yourself, you might get jumped. They need to box out and stop them from getting to the glass at will.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have to put bars on the glass. I don't know what they're going to have to do.
Some box-out drills.
They have to do something.
But to your point, though, you mentioned here, Mark, this is the first time we've seen Jalen Green Elite all weekend. Stratford Greatness played game Friday night, played 2 games yesterday, one in the evening, one in the afternoon. One in the afternoon, one in the evening. They're playing again here at started this game at 2 p.m.
You can't shoot them no bail. You can't shoot them no bail.
These kids are young.
Man,
14, 15, 16-year-olds.
I'm just stating facts. It's just a fact of the matter.
My parents wouldn't let me come back in the house till the lights went out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, let's get back rocking. Stratford Greatness, Jalen Green Elite, the battle. Going down here at Calabasas High School. Ball pressure again from Davis. Matea steps back, rims out, Sangster, rebound. He takes it into the paint. He wants it. Can't finish. Meadows block. Can they take advantage? No, they can't. Price with the ball right side. Hezzy, 2 feet in the paint again, picks up the foul. That might be Johnson's foul. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah.
Let's see how that goes.
Fourth personal on AJ Johnson.
Make that 4 fouls.
He's got to
AJ
square up
Johnson.
on that. He was turned sideways. You got to square up and take that bump directly in his chest and get a possible charge call.
Tyler Harris is now going to have to sub out A.J. Johnson, one of the premier players on this Jalen Green Elite program. That's 4 fouls. With 5:08 in the third quarter, he's going to have to sit for a minute. There's no way around it.
Got to play both sides of the ball correctly.
Price into the paint again. Left hand, drop it off. Corner pocket. Up. No finish. Rebound. Price again. Left hand dribble into the paint. Can't finish, gets fouled.
Oh. They bailed him out right there.
Yeah, so my issue with that, I don't understand why players have such an aversion to finishing and utilizing the basket to shield them from the defender. He had an advantage if he just continues to go at the rim versus trying to come back under. The hesitation is hurting these kids. They have to make a decision, and even if you're going to be wrong, be confidently wrong. I want to see my guys making mistakes at 100 miles an hour. There's no yield sign out there.
Yeah.
Price makes the second free throw.
It's a big difference with Bronny James on the bench. Big difference. This team is a totally different team.
Bronny's on the bench. Jazeer Jackson, the 7-foot center for Stratford Greatness, also on the bench. B.J. Davis, he's on the floor. Misses it. Himes rebound. Mateo gives it off to Price. We haven't seen too much of Javante Taylor, the wingman for Stratford Greatness, one of the better players in the country, even though Price gets the end one, that left-hand dribble, keeping him stable, helping him finish at the rack. 43-29, chance to make it a 13-point game with a free throw.
You mentioned that we haven't seen much from Javante, and I want to point out that, and I know somebody's going to reach out to me and be upset with me for saying this, but it needs to be said. When you're taught to play the game the right way, when the game's not being played the right way, you're not going to look right on the floor because you're used to people playing the game the right way, swinging it, finding you when you're open, getting you the ball in positive situations. When that doesn't happen, when the ball is sticking in certain situations, it doesn't help guys that have been trained to play the right way.
So you're saying coaching matters?
Coaching matters.
Coach Donnell Shepard will applaud you for that.
Keon Kenzie going to pass the rock off there to Isaiah Chappelle. Misses it. Price on the break. Murphy Garden makes him lose the ball. Turnover. Advantage Jalen Green Elite. Outlet. 1-2 into the paint finish. Nope, but the foul.
So the reason why that occurred, we went 1-on-4 on this end of the floor. Regardless of whether you're down, whatever's going on, you have to share the basketball. There's a reason why it's a 5-man team.
It's only a 13-point lead, too. That's not a lot.
Not a lot at all.
Not a lot. Take your time. Make smart plays, simple plays. Chip away at this lead. We've seen them do it before against a tough Compton Magic team.
Keon Kenzie at the line.
Keon Kenzie misses the first. Just getting ready for the start of the AAU season. Stratford Greatness going to be heading out to the on the EYBL circuit next week. Heading to Orlando. Jalen Green Elite, part of the Adidas circuit. Fun times watching these two different teams go head-to-head here as we close out the final day of the battle official here at Calabasas High School. We have a 44-30 game, 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. Jalen Green Elite playing well so far here today, this Sunday. But a three-pointer there from Stratford Greatness makes it an 11-point game. And now we're getting full court pressure with the steal and the finish. Okay. Something was said in that timeout. Matoya with the finish. Now we're getting some full court pressure here from Stratford Greatness.
9-point lead.
Uh-oh. 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 There's the clock. Almost gave it up there. But almost had a 10-second violation. B.J. Davis with the rock here. Left-hand dribble gets fouled.
That was tough.
Well, we have the chance to potentially see, guys, what we saw in the first half. When Jalen Green Elite was applying the ball pressure to Stratford Greatness, they weren't, Stratford Greatness wasn't able to really get into any flow offensively. What happens if the tide changes here? Stratford Greatness, as you just on that last possession, full court pressure in the rock. all of a sudden, maybe you get into maybe a little bit of isolation ball. Try to take your man off the dribble because you might think you have that one-step advantage. That ball pressure does change a player's mindset for sure.
Definitely, definitely. Strive for Greatness is moving the basketball a little bit better right now. Pressure defense is really what's helping them. I'm not sure how good the ball handlers are on Jalen Green Elite right now, so they're going to test it out. They're going to test them out full court and see what they can shake up. They did the exact same thing against Compton Magic and came back. So to me, if that's one of the strengths of the team, I want to see that a little bit earlier, rather than you wait till late to try to use it to come back. Like let's add some slight pressure to these teams early and see what level point guards they have or whatever. Don't wait till it's too late because you might be too late.
Ball handling is going to come at a premium. You got Bronny, who's been on the bench for the majority of here this third quarter. You got A.J. Johnson with 4 fouls. I doubt, it doesn't seem likely that he's going to be on the court for Jalen Green Elite until maybe midway through the fourth quarter. A lot can change here. It's only an 11-point game, 3:22 on the clock. Things can change real quick, especially with some turnovers, as we just seen. 5-0 run here for Strive for Greatness as they make this game a bit more competitive as time's going on here, Justin.
In my opinion, the issue is the lack of consistent point guard play. Nowadays, everybody wants to play positionless basketball, but that's one position that cannot be positionless. You have to have a point guard on the floor. Everybody else, you can be positionless, but I need a point guard.
There we go. Taylor finally gets the rock. Spin move in the paint, misses it. Rebound. Green Elite. Defense set. Oh, swing.
One more pass was needed. One more pass.
Oh, Solano almost traveled. They missed it. Price tries to get it. Good deflection there from B.J. Davis.
I love how active Jalen Green Elite is on the defensive end. They're flying around. They're always moving in passing lanes. They are, I really am impressed by them today.
Latoya, Price in the backcourt. Swing. Taylor with the three.
We talked about it. Make the game simple. J.J. Taylor's a top 10 player in the country. Just use him. Utilize him.
It's a simple game. We overcomplicate it.
That was complicated, but it went in. Keon Kenzie, left hand finish over the outstretched arms. No basket though.
How is it not? I don't understand these referees. Like from the time he got bumped, he didn't dribble the ball again, and he took a shot. I'm confused.
If you're a Duke basketball fan and you watch that Final Four game, you wanted that continuation too, but they don't play that.
I'm a Carolina fan.
Hey,
I'm going to the game tomorrow, so yes. I love it.
What a game that was.
That was an incredible game.
Yes, indeed. All right, Strive for Greatness.
Oh, wow.
Trailing.
Great interior passing.
Well, that first and foremost, there was 3 offensive rebounds on that possession.
Yes.
Swing. Hooks. Knock down.
See, that's the simple basketball Strive for Greatness needs to play. Too much over-dribbling early on. Now they're moving the ball. This game is close. It's an 8-point game now. It was an 18-point game.
Beat it off the backboard. Taylor. Fast breaking. He's got a 1-on-3. Gives it up.
Got to make it easy. Got to make it easy. A little bit too much probing in that situation. Drive in, bounce it out, get a look at what's going on, then make some plays.
Well, that's what Steven Solano has added to this defense is an athletic rim protector that's going to keep you honest. You're not just going to come down the lane and lay it up on him.
Big Steve has only been playing basketball for less than a year. Less than a year.
Hooks guarding Davis. Ball goes into the paint. Mid-range jumper.
Gotta get on him.
Isaiah Chappelle flashes to the free throw line. Knocked it down. Taylor with the rock. Top of the key. Off to Matoya. Who gets it? Who wants it? They want to get it inside here. Hooks. Misses.
Got to hold that follow through. Don't snatch it back.
Chappelle rebound. No ball pressure. Gives it up. Sangster. No finish.
Big Steve is going for everything. He doesn't care if he gets dunked on or not.
Ooh.
Nice.
And that's what you need.
That extra dribble. Gotta love it.
Sangster again. 1-on-2. Oh! Collision. Don't get hurt.
Big Steve.
1-on-2 finished on a tumble here. Sangster going up. He wanted to out. He tried to get something out of that. Didn't look promising, but he went for it.
Yeah, he went up timid because that's what happens when you have a shot blocker in the game. You start to think twice about what you're doing. And scared money don't make money.
Not at all.
Turnover. Strive for greatness. Down 8, 42 seconds left. We got something cooking here, fellas.
That's what happens when you turn the defense up.
Price with the rock. Guarded by Holmes into the paint, 2 feet in there. Draws the foul. He's going to take 2 free throws here. Strive for greatness with a chance to make it a 6-point game. Friday night, they were down for majority of the game against Compton Magic. Made it a game. We're seeing here on Sunday afternoon. Making it a game here.
For development's sake, I want to see Mike Price not go too deep into the lane. Not go too deep. Just get his feet in there, let the defense collapse on him and start making some plays. He's trying to finish at the rim a lot, but realistically, at the next levels, you're not getting those calls down there. You're not getting that close to the rim. You know what I'm saying? So a better understanding is going to help his development. He's a really impressive player. You know, he just needs to continue to grow in that way.
We've seen Taylor and Hooks hit 3-pointers here in the total minutes of this third quarter for Strive for Greatness. Maybe Price could be able to find them here as the game continues. Jalen Green Elite with the ball.
And remind me to make a point on that at this quarter break.
Sangster inside. Jump hook it.
Nice.
Finish it. 52-48. 15 seconds left. Strive for Greatness trying to make this
I told you
closer deficit.
I told you he would have a game, right?
They did. Price getting pressured. Pull up. Count it.
Nice.
52-47. 5-point game. Strive for Greatness trailing Jalen Green to lead with Mike Price's 3-pointer
after
top
that
of the key.
bucket. All right, so what I was going to say is there's 2 things. We have to start crediting and start giving compliments for intention over result. Just because something works doesn't mean it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Strive for Greatness cannot get into a mode of, okay, we're back in this game, let's go back to what we were doing in the first place. They have to continue to play the brand of basketball that allowed them to cut into this lead. They went on a 9-0 run because of drive, paint touch, kick, open shooter, basket.
Can't go back to that last shot.
Can't go back to
it was
that
a good shot, like we would have preferred. You know, because what you're doing is you're getting, everybody's getting touches now. The ball's moving freely. They're getting spacing and so forth. Now, Mike Price is a great shot maker. You know what I'm saying? He can make contested shots, but those shots are a lower percentage than the shots they've been getting, and they've been knocking down those wide open threes when the ball moves and so forth. That's a trend I definitely think you're talking about.
Sometimes you have to give up the good shot to get a great shot.
Yeah.
And especially when you have bigs on the floor that are working hard on the defensive end, you need to reward them offensively to keep them engaged and keep them willing to sacrifice their bodies on the defensive end. You have to throw them a bone every now and again. Paint touch, get them the ball in a positive position, drive with the intention of throwing it up for them. Whatever you got to do, you want to put them in a position where they feel like they're being seen, they're being heard, and they're being appreciated.
Big-time talent on the court. The battle going down. Calabasas High School. Jalen Green Elite, Strive for Greatness in the white. Jalen Green Elite in the black. Ronnie James still on the bench with 4 fouls for Strive for Greatness. But Mike Price with the ball, getting to the paint. And he finishes, takes his time. And now, guys, it is a 3-point game. Make that an 11-0 run here, Justin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's turning on up here in this matchup.
We can see Jalen Green is solely missing A.J. Johnson right now.
And now he's back on the floor, but
and with the rock, guarded by Mahdi. Right-hand dribble, right-hand finish, can't. Rebound, Strive for Greatness, Taylor, 1-on-2. Goes in, can't finish, loses it. Davis gets the ball, throws it out. Finish Johnson. Seen a couple possessions here. Stratford Greatness could make this a bit closer. Some turnovers on some unfavorable numbers in the fast break opportunities.
Yeah, too many people way behind the frame of play there. You got to sprint back. That's number one. A lot of that happens when your point guard gets too deep, when he over penetrates. Puts the defense in a bad situation on the defensive end. A lot of time we say defense initiates offense. Well, sometimes bad offense initiates, a bad defensive possession for you.
Price hit the three, hit the pull-up jumper in the paint. Taylor had the turnover last possession, but might have a three. No, misses. Rebound. Foul. Solano. Too big. This is with Jazir Jackson still on the bench here for Stratford Greatness. Some big time. You got some big players here on Stratford Greatness still on the bench. You got Jackson, you got Meadows there. And Bronny looking like he's about to check in. And that is indeed true. Price checks out Bronny in the game. 6:51 left.
Check back.
Fourth quarter.
Check back in a year from now and look at the development of Big Steve.
Mm-hmm.
He really wants it.
Knocks down the free throw. 5-point game. A.J. Johnson. Guarded by Bronny. Screen. Go on. Floater. Finishes. They missed him in that third quarter, but he's back. Johnson now guarding Bronny.
It's the matchup I've been waiting to see. A.J. Johnson and Bronny.
And Johnson has to be careful.
Solano, screen, pull up. Knocked down. Bronny.
A.J.'s got to go over that screen. Can't lightly trail that.
Yeah, you can't go under the screen on a shooter.
Davis with the rock now. Left hand. Body. Finish. No. Rebound. Jalen Green lead and one. Chappelle with the finish.
But now I'm seeing Jalen Greenleaf move away from ball movement right there. That was, he's trying to back him down one-on-one and so forth. I want to see some more ball movement. I want to see that continuously from both teams.
Go with what got you here.
Second foul on Javante Taylor. 60-54. Stratford Greatness in the white. Jalen Green elite in the black. Bronny James wearing the number 0, passing it off to Solano. Jab step, pull up. Back rim, rebound, foul.
I like that Steven's starting to get a little bit more confidence. As he's gotten touches, he's gotten more confidence within his game. I think that you have to draw some things up. I want to see some pick and rolls. I want to see some type of action. Could be my eyes that could not be working correctly today, but I don't think I've seen many actions at all.
Haven't seen it.
Got to join the glasses crew here, Justin. You see what me and Mark got going on?
Glasses, man.
Yeah.
Step your game up, son.
All right, 60-55. The missed free throw from Matea. Jalen Green, the lead in the black. Stratford Greatness in the white. A.J. Johnson, the standout with the ball in his hands. 1-2. Gives it off to Davis. Guarded by Bronny. Gets the screen. Switch it. Matea staying with him. And the block by Solano. Get that out of here.
Too many dribbles.
Good dime. Bad finish. Lost his footing. Johnson making him pay. Dribble. 1-2. Throw it up there. Rebound. Blocked against Solano. He's everywhere.
Big Steve is a machine.
Mm-hmm. He's a welcome addition to the Strive for Greatness roster.
Big job. Better watch his playing time.
Oh, he's watching it right now.
Better watch his playing time.
You have a lineup, Stratford Greatness. You could put, I'm not a coach here, but you could put out Jackson, Solano, Hooks maybe, Taylor maybe. That's
no.
You can't, but you can.
No.
In terms of height. No. It's intimidating front court in terms of their size.
You do that in the layup line. You intimidate them with size in the layup line. I'm playing to win. I'm putting the best players on the floor. Not just the best player, but the best players in that particular situation. Solano, where he fits, is in that dunker spot on the offensive end and the defensive end, which is the exact same place the Big Ja plays at. You can't stretch either one of them away from the basket. If you do that, you're hurting not only them, but you're hurting the flow of the game.
Yeah.
Benefits of Solano coming in here because we saw Jackson with 4 fouls. He definitely added. It feels like there's been no drop off, or maybe even an addition here with the athleticism at the rim, making some block shots there.
I think that it's an addition defensively by far. I think that Solano's motor is quite a bit higher, and when you're playing against teams like this, your big has to have a high motor and has to be ready to run all day long. You cannot get tired.
Okay, Big Ja's back in the game. Let's see how it goes.
Almost winning time here. Stratford Greatness running out. Bronny James, Jackson, Price, Taylor, and Meadows. Jalen Green Elite holding a 5-point lead here. 5:12 on the clock. Gonna hold on to the ball. BJ Davis will be the inbounder. Who gets it? Johnson. Guarded by Price. Loses it. Bronny. Loose ball. Jackson. Seems he got poked in the eye or something like that. He looks like he's lost the contact. Working a 4-on-5. Price pull up. No good. Rebound.
Another contested J.
Isaiah. 1-2. And the finish. Keon Kenzie rocks the rim. Jackson has to go to the sideline here. Lost his contact. Kenzie throws it down.
Kick aheads. We talked about that. No wasted dribbles. Finding your man out in transition, delivering a pass that he can take and continue in his forward progress. He didn't have to slow down, didn't have to come back for it. Beautiful.
Price with the rock. Gets it up to Meadows. Corner pocket. No three. Rebound, Chappelle. He pushes it. Looking for somebody down low. Osea almost loses it. Gives it up. Top of the key, Chappelle. He's on.
Nice.
He's on. He's hit a free throw line jumper. He's hit a 3. He's got an and 1. Doing work here. Taylor with the ball. Pressure. 10-point game. Meadows. Back to Taylor. Isolation. 1-2. Spin move. Good defense. Good defense. Meadows. 4 minutes left. 10-point game. Stratford Greatness trailing by 10. Trailing by 7. Javante Taylor. 3-pointer. Timeout by Stratford Greatness here as Taylor thought about it. Made it.
Hand down, man down.
It's an NBA 3.
Yeah. So we talked earlier about, or not earlier, we talked yesterday about catching the ball in a triple threat scenario where you can do something with it. Defensively, you cannot close out on a player with your hands at your waist, at your knees, or even just up, right? You have to close out, see ball, see man, getting low in a defensive stance, one hand out to protect you against the jumper, another hand low to protect you against the dribble or the pass. It's just all about playing the game the right way.
Yeah. Defensively, that was not a good sequence.
3:54 on the clock. Stratford Greatness. Final day here at the Battle. Calabasas High School trailing by 7. Javante Taylor with the 3-pointer, the 6'7". Wingman out of Donda Academy, bringing the game into single digits. First of many weekends of AAU play across the country. Harrison Sanford, Mark Edwards, Justin Brantley here with you on SUV TV. Guys, I think we're getting really close to what they might call winning time. On the court for Stratford Greatness, Bronny James Jr., Andrew Meadows, Javante Taylor, Steven Solano, and Mike Price. A.J. Johnson spent most of the third quarter on the bench. He's on the court here to end this fourth quarter. Getting pressured. Outlet to Osea. Davis, guarded by Bronny. 1-2. Good D, using the body, fade away. Misses it, rebound. Osea crashing the glass. We've seen it all game long. Offensive rebounds for Jalen Green Elite. really keeping them at an arm's length distance from Strive for Greatness.
Solid defense by Bronny. Guys got to box out.
Sangster gives it up. Johnson can't finish. Bronny tries to give it up. Foul.
And not the foul you want there. You know, you're fouling them 80 feet away from the basket, putting him on the free throw line.
Personal on Sangster.
That'll be the 4th foul on Sangster here. Sub. Solano goes out to the bench. Jackson, the 7-footer, checks back in for Strive for Greatness. Sangster goes to the bench as well. Checking in for him, Tyler Harris. He also has 4 fouls. Bronny shooting at the free throw line. Misses the first one. Jackson can't corral it. Harris gets it. Gives it off. Almost a steal. Johnson holds on to it. Price with the pressure. Calling for the screen. Goes under. Jackson shows. One-on-one, top of the key. Johnson gets to the paint. And he got to fix his shoes after. 69-58.
I just realized that Keon Kinsey out here hooping with a Cuban link on, like Motar off of above the rim. He says like back in the 80s. Look, they're trying to take it off of him now.
Oh, my God.
They've been hooping with the jewelry on the whole time. Wow. Okay, Taylor to the basket. Can't finish. Foul. It's go time here for Strive for Greatness. 69-58. Down 11. 2:38 on the clock. Taylor going to go to the line. Try and make this a 9-point game.
In that situation, when he got that bounce and got by him, that ball needs to stay way above your waist. So they can't swipe down and do that. Because if he kept it up, that was a dunk. He's going to dunk that. I know him.
Osea picks up his 2nd foul. We're going to have Tyler Harris check out of the game. Checking in, number 22, Keon Kinsey.
Yep.
He's back.
He removed his golds. He's back in.
First one, good for Taylor.
J.J. Taylor at the line.
I immediately thought about when Boogaloo showed up at the court and thought he was going to get his tryout.
He said Boogaloo from above the rim.
Said he was looking like a 24-karat Urkel.
Taylor knocks down the next one. It's a 9-point game. Winning time indeed.
Half the people at home are not going to catch that reference.
Jalen Green Elite in the black. Strive for Greatness in the white. A.J. Johnson
shot that.
12. Traveled.
Yeah.
Turn it over.
Shoot the first one.
On that shot fake, you have to show that shot fake. That way the rhythm is there. The timing is there. Guys get that because they ball fake and then step before they put the ball down.
Price with the rock. 9-point game. 2:22 on the clock. Hezzy, drop off. Jackson, no finish, foul.
And I don't want to see Jackson smack out in that situation. I want to see him get his knees up and try to tear the rim off the backboard. Here we're going to get another look at it.
He's still standing straight up in the air. This is what we were talking about.
Yep.
We got to get him in the dunker the correct way, sitting down, legs loaded, so he can catch and just finish. Nice pass.
69-61. 69-62. 2:17 on the clock. Strive for Greatness going to call timeout.
Mike Price Jr. has the makings of a really good point guard. If he really works on that, watches film, and just sees where he can improve on making his teammates better, because he's getting to the paint at will. You know what I'm saying?
You just said a key word there. I don't think a lot of coaches are taking the time to sit down and do an extensive amount of film study. And that's what this young man needs. He needs to better understand. He's got a solid feel for the game. Having an increased basketball IQ and understanding, being able to slow it down for himself, he could be a force.
Yeah. I think film study comes into play because the crazy thing is kids nowadays don't even get a chance to watch like full basketball games. Like very rare do kids watch basketball games. They watch the highlights on their phone, so they're seeing the highlight movements and so forth, but they're not seeing the actual gameplay, how the game is being moved, how these guys are getting open for shots. You what I'm saying, how they're sprinting, not jogging, not taking shuffle steps and so forth. So there's a lot of small details that they're missing because they're not able to actually just watch the games.
Yep. Mr. Mark Edwards giving out some free game here. Appreciate you. 69-62, Jalen Green Elite. 2:17 left on the clock.
It's only free until I got to get paid.
It's like that infomercial. I'm gonna give you just
enough. And then you click, and then 5,000.
Just enough for you to be intrigued, and then you go home and try it on your own.
Don't forget that convenience fee. All right, 7-point game. A.J. Johnson with the rock, getting to the paint. 1-2, finish.
Nice step through.
71-62 now. Ronnie gives it up to Price. Has an opportunity to drop it off.
Good
Taylor,
pass.
corner pocket. Misses
Gotta
the
make
three.
that.
Meadows, rebound.
Good hustle.
1-on-3, loses it. Prince Osea gets it from him. Full court again. Johnson again. Misses. Meadows with the chance here. Can't hold on to it. Defense. Here's the pressure.
That's that
Gives it
hustle.
up. Sangster. We're going to get a timeout here. Jalen Green Elite trying to put away this game. 1:36 on the clock. 71-62. One more time looking at Johnson getting into the paint.
I don't know if he makes that play with Steven Solano on the floor.
I thought they would do an offense-defense substitution with the bigs.
Yep.
Put Jai in for offense and Big Steve in for defense.
Yep.
That would have been the smartest play in this situation. And I'm confused as to why we haven't seen Bronny James at the end of the game. They were flowing, but for me, that's the guy that makes them run a little bit better. But that's just my opinion.
Yep.
1:36 on the clock. Last day of the battle going down at Calabasas High School. Strive for greatness. Jalen Green Elite. For these teams get on their AAU journeys, traveling across the country, putting on a show for all fans of the game of basketball, the amateur level. Jalen Green Elite will inbound the ball right
Bronny's
in front
back
of
in.
us. A.J. Johnson spent most of that third quarter on the bench, but really showing out here to end this game. Him and B.J. Davis been rock steady in the backcourt. Deflection.
That's what we call the commentator curse. You said they've been rock steady and immediately turnover.
Yeah. Can't throw those passes haphazardly.
Jalen Green Elite inbounds the ball.
Ooh, that was a travel.
Drop down pass, finish
Nice
it.
pass, high-low. Nice pass.
Strive for greatness with the rock. Bronny with the rock. 2 steps in the paint, finishes again.
That's what I'm talking about. That kid has a chance, y'all.
All right, we're going to get some full court pressure here from Strive for greatness. Got to break it, A.J. Johnson. Going to get double team, swing it. Swing it, there you go, Davis with the rock. I'll say a screen, James goes under, Johnson with it, guarded by Price. 1-2, into the paint, left hand, can't finish, foul.
Price has to move his feet. Can't allow him to get past him that easily.
Yeah. We talk about keeping your defender on your guy on the sideline. He allowed him to get right into the middle of the defense where no one stepped up. If you're the big and you're a help side, you have to be in the middle. You have to be above that line, above that volleyball line. You can't be under the basket.
Johnson misses the first. He's been the goods tonight, fellas, and we're going to see Gavin Murphy check in here. It's going to be for Johnson. Murphy applies some great pressure off the bench. But Johnson in his 4 fouls, looks like he's just going to be in there for defensive purposes to make sure Strive for Greatness gets nothing easy. Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. Here goes Murphy. Johnson's going to check out.
They're going to go offense, defense.
Yep. I'm surprised he's not at the table already.
Joey Fuca is earning a lot of respect from me today with his coaching effort.
Taylor gets it, fakes it, gives it up. Turnover. Might be it, guys. Turnover there on that possession. Had the opportunity. Yeah. Still going to see some full court pressure here by Strive for Greatness. Bronny with the ball pressure. 38 seconds left. 10-point game. Strive for Greatness in the white, down by 10. Jab step into the paint. Jackson there. No rebound.
Jackson's got to get there earlier. Jackson's got to be in the middle of that.
Yeah. Jalen Green Elite just wanted a little bit more. You know, they attacked the offensive glass with such a reckless abandon. Nobody's boxing out here. Ja has to grab that rebound.
Javonte Taylor at the line, shooting for Stratford Greatness. In all likelihood, could end up being a loss, but Stratford Greatness, as I mentioned earlier, will be in Orlando next weekend as a part of the EYBL Tour. And this entire battle series they have going on, May 6th to 8th, they'll be in Atlanta, the battle in the South. May 13th to 15th, they'll be in New York City, the battle in the Apple, and they're going to head back home to Akron. St. Vincent, St. Mary's, July 1st to July 3rd. Go ahead, get your tickets so you can watch Bronny James and the guys get in action on the court. Justin, you've seen them play all 4 games this weekend. If you were advertising to people who might have a chance to see them, what would you say would be the main attraction outside of Bronny, just a style of play? Why would you go see them across the country?
Well, you can go see them for multiple different reasons, and the majority of them have nothing to do with the amazingly high-level basketball that you're going to see. But you're going to go see them for atmosphere. There's been a phenomenal atmosphere from start to finish, from Friday night to tonight. That's number one. Number two, you're going to go see them for culture. Where else are you going and you're going to see Adidas versus Nike, the highest teams in that state competing against each other? You're going to go see them for an overall enjoyment of the game of basketball. None of those things have anything to do with Strive for Greatness. Now, as far as Strive for Greatness, they have multiple players on that floor that are high-level, high-major players. So I can give you 10 reasons that you want to see this team play if they come anywhere near your hometown.
And if you were in Calabasas High School last night, you got to see LeBron James. He pulled up to watch his son play. You also got Bryce James as well playing with the 16U team, his opportunity to shine as well. Mark, what did you see today that impressed you from both teams?
The Jalen Green Elite team, very well coached. Joey Fuqua did an incredible job preparing these guys. When you look at a team, a lot of times what you can take away is you can take away the energy from that coach. You know, the culture he's trying to instill in those players, and he's a high energy guy. He's a guy that's very detail oriented. You can see from the sideline how he was coaching the game, very detail oriented. AJ Johnson has a chance of being a special player. You know, put a few pounds on him. You know what I'm saying? A few protein shakes or whatever, and he's got a chance. He's got a chance. He's a great young kid. Worked with him all summer last year, and he's showing marginal improvement. So we're looking forward to seeing him continue to blossom. You know what I'm saying? As time goes on.
And that's going to wrap our coverage between Strive for Greatness, Jalen Green Elite. Don't go anywhere. Stay right here on SUV TV. We're going to have games for the rest of the day. Check the archives. Thank you for joining us.